Disbelief. Our sports team breaks down what needs to change after last night's low-scoring overtime loss.
I thought there would be more touchdowns on either team. Honestly, not touchdown yet. So
it's very frustrating, and I do want us to do more because we're the Broncos and we need to step our game up.
Hey, wake me up when the offense scores a touchdown. I'm going to go back to bed.
This game is a snooze fest, an embarrassment.
Yeah, from the fans who were there to the fans calling us on the hotline after, you can hear they pretty much all agree.
I think that guy's still sleeping.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Just
more than 500 voicemails sound about the same.
I don't know how we have a system that can handle that many.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully after we air out the grievances, get all the bad play out of our way, and
we got a long break till the next one.
It's got to go up from here, right?
Right.
I feel like we said that a few games ago.
I know.
Weather-wise, man,
kind of matches the feeling, huh?
Yeah. City's looking pretty great. Not in the mountains, though. This is what it looks like at Rocky Mountain National Park.
Match the feeling at all.
Beautiful in the mountains, and this is a kind of system when we get a cold front like this that backs up along the Front Range. We get cloudy skies out east and sunshine out west, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Now, the average first freeze is actually today, October 7th. It's not that cold out there, but we do have some neighborhoods in the upper 30s this morning. Average for snow, October 18th at this point. No snow on our Super 7 day, but it's going to get a little chilly later next week. We'll take a closer look at that coming up. Today, though, pretty cool. On the cool side, you're definitely going to want a jacket. In the early morning hours, low 40s will be in the low 50s by early afternoon. And then again, with some of the fog that we have now, that'll break up a bit by around 1 to 2 o'clock. We'll hit highs right around 58 degrees, and then there could be a chance for a few spotty showers. So it is going to be a little unsettled today. Warmer up in the mountains, though, in some spots. Frisco actually matching our Denver temp today at 58. Coming up, I'll show you what to expect for your weekend and just how much warmer it gets over the next couple of days.
They are still cleaning up this rollover crash we have on the south side of town, and it is major delays right now. They're just trying to clear that left lane southbound I-25 between Evans and Yale. Take a look from the camera over there as we're looking to the south, and you can see they are now flashing. The flashing lights have moved over here to the side, so all lanes are just now reopening heading south. So that's going to help us out tremendously, because right now a lot of folks are trying to bail off the highway. You can see a lot of folks were using Downing Street from I-25 to Evans, and then eastbound Evans from almost Logan Broadway getting through Downing. That's a really tough intersection. The lights are just not timed right to let enough traffic get through there, so that's why it's hanging it up. But universally, a lot of folks are using that, and now you could probably stick with I-25. It's registering at over an hour, but all lanes are open, so all that's going to just really start to push. So you will find some slow and go traffic heading south once you leave the house over the next 10-15 minutes, but it will get better for you. The rest of the drive continues just to run fairly busy for you in the usual spots.
Well, this morning, Broncos country might even be tired of booing after a disappointing down-to-the-wire overtime loss at Empower Field. I mean, it was ugly. Not a single touchdown was scored in the game.
This was one we were supposed to win. Russell Wilson and the offense just couldn't get any traction. Denver 7 sports director Lionel Bienvenu didn't pull any punches in this report.
Well, the Broncos lost to the terrible and awful Colts on Thursday night. So what does that make the Broncos? That makes them worse than terrible and awful. They were embarrassing at Empower Field at Mile High. Okay, not the defense. They got 6 sacks on Matt Ryan, and Caden Stearns got 2 interceptions, and they held the Colts without a touchdown. But somehow, some way, Russell Wilson, the offense, found a way to lose it. Russell has regressed from a 9-time Pro Bowler and a Super Bowl champion all the way back to high school JV. He's made terrible decisions, mind-boggling interceptions. He's missing wide-open receivers Thursday night. He looks like he is lost out there. Let's pick up the game in the fourth quarter. Broncos up 9-6, 3rd and 13. Russ under pressure. He just threw it up. No receiver anywhere near it. He threw it up. It was picked. Broncos fans were throwing up. Then it got worse. Red zone with just over 2 minutes to play. The Broncos still leading. All they need is a field goal here. Russ was picked again. The Colts were still alive. Unbelievable. And they drove it all the way down in 5 seconds left. A field goal, tied 9-9 going to overtime. What did the fans do to deserve more of this misery? Well, a lot of them left. Colts got a field goal. They're up 12-9. What happens on 4th and 1? Russ tries to force a pass. It was incomplete. KJ Hamler was wide open. Russ didn't see him.
let the team down tonight.
I know Russell feels bad about that game, but it's not just on him. It's on all of us. It's the entire team.
All right, we got 11 days now until the next game. That's in LA against the Chargers on Monday Night Football. That game is right here on Denver 7 as well. Until that game, though, the Broncos and Russell Wilson will be under fire from national sports media, local sports media, radio talk shows, and of course, fans in Broncos country. It's going to be ugly for a few days, and then hopefully we can look forward to the Chargers game and a chance for the Broncos to get out of this funk. All right, we'll have much more later coming up on Denver 7 Sports. We'll see you then.
Yeah, this morning Broncos country is just irate or just baffled by the play so far this season. But here at Denver 7, we have a great way for you to air out your frustrations and hopefully offer a little hope in the process with our Denver 7 Broncos hotline.
Yeah, I hope the venting helps people. We got so many voicemails over last night's loss, it overwhelmed our system.
What the hell was that? Like, are you kidding me?
This game was the worst game I've ever seen.
I know they say ride or die for your team, but damn, like what the hell? We might as well die at this point.
Call out the State National Guard. I think the Broncos coaching staff and the offense are lost in the mountains of Colorado.
As far as Wilson, I think the package we ordered from Seattle got damaged on the way to Denver because this is not what we ordered, man. Russell Wilson, no soup for you.
The offense earned their name. They were very offensive.
The Broncos have a big problem with their coaching. Nathaniel Hatchett.
Do your job as the coach. Stop being their buddies and get their butts kicked and get them in gear.
In the last play of the game, a 4th and 1, and they go into a spread formation. That was Nathaniel Hatchett's problem.
I think they need to hack it. I don't think the Broncos could beat their way out of a wet paper bag at this point. Just freaking pathetic.
This is a message for the Denver Broncos. Gotta think positive. Good job defense tonight. Offense, it's gonna get better. Hang in there, buddies. Defense, good job in tonight's game. Offense, need a little positive going your way. I've seen you play better, and I know you can. Go for it. Go Broncos.
Ended on something positive.
Yeah, I hope we don't have a new nickname brewing here
for Nathaniel Hackett.
Hatchett.
I liked the offensive offense. So keep those
offensive.
Creative comments coming
yes.
on our hotline.
We do like the creativity.
Yeah.
Clean creativity, please. Well, we do have some breaking news. The Platteville police officer whose patrol vehicle was hit by a train while a woman was handcuffed in the back seat claims he didn't know she was back there.
Put her in the car, and then here comes the train, and I didn't realize how close I was to the tracks, and it took the rear end of my car, and it just spun it, but it didn't roll it. It just threw it. It just like moved it.
We just obtained this body camera video. The crash happened last month during a road rage investigation. The woman was questioned and put in the back of the cruiser, which of course was parked on the tracks. Soon after, a train slammed into it. The woman was hospitalized but later released. Her attorney says she did nothing wrong.
President Biden is taking historic action on marijuana. He announced he will pardon people convicted of possession at the federal level, and he's encouraging governors to do the same. Attorney and Denver 7 reporter Jessica Crawford joins us now. And Jessica, not only is this huge for the 6,500 people with these federal convictions, Biden is also taking this a step further.
That's right. So really, this could signal an overall shift in how our country is going to be handling marijuana cases in the future. And that's because the president actually spoke with the Department of Health and Human Services, as well as Attorney General Merrick Garland, about them reviewing marijuana's schedule according to federal law. So here's why that's important. Currently, weed is considered a Schedule I drug, meaning by federal law, it's considered to have no currently accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. And here's why that matters. A drug schedule sets the groundwork for the federal regulation of a controlled substance. Schedule 1 and 2 drugs face the strictest regulations. Schedule 1 drugs are effectively illegal federally for anything outside of research, while Schedule 2 drugs can be used for limited medical purposes. Currently, scheduling leaves some marijuana users open to prosecution. The president also acknowledged that many people's lives have been made more difficult by federal marijuana laws. He said in part that criminal records for weed have led to barriers to employment, to housing, educational opportunities, and that people of color often face the harshest consequences. We spoke with Wanda James, the first black woman to own a legally licensed marijuana dispensary in the country.
And we have to remember that time and time again, how many black and brown people's lives have been destroyed over this. So while this is great for business, great for commerce, great for creating generational wealth, it is imperative that we recognize the human toll that the drug war has taken on American citizens over the last 100 years.
And President Biden also encouraged governors to pardon simple marijuana crimes, and that is something that Governor Jared Polis did back in 2020 and in 2021. Live in Denver, I'm Jessica Crawford, Denver 7.
Probably nothing more frustrating than being a discharge planner at a hospital with a patient that has nowhere to go and you're being forced to say goodbye to them.
Coming up after the break, we head to the new Denver Center, helping those with health and housing struggles on their path to healing.